Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So let's talk about why Bitcoin and crypto, why they have dumped, and why this new AI is scaring investors around the world. Last night I put out a video. I said something China, maybe it's Japan, but no, you know what? It looks like it's coming out of China. Right now, Bitcoin is clinging on to $100,000, $100,006 or 7. Earlier this morning, it got as low as 97.7. That was a great buying opportunity. But remember, dips are gifts at this point. But Bitcoin has recovered a little bit and back above $100,000. Bitcoin is very, very resilient, holding above 100,000 once again. But if you look at the U.S. market, it has started out the week very, very badly. And mostly, look at NASDAQ. It's because tech is selling off. Minus 3%. Okay? Minus 700 points. That's horrible. That's horrible. And why is that? Look at this. Nvidia down 12%. It's because of this new AI model from China called DeepSeek. Now, you wouldn't think much of it, right? You would figure, yes, we have ChatGPT, we have Google's Gemini, we have X's Grok, we have a whole bunch of others, right? AI learning models are not new. But so far, all the ones we've been talking about is from the US. And we know that they have been pouring billions, all these companies are pouring billions, not just billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, creating these open AI models that does various things, right? And now even AI agents. But China, wanted to prove that, hey, it's not far behind. So it released this DeepSeek, which they said they only been working on it for 2 months. Unlike the Americans that have been working on this for years, they've only worked on this for 2 months. And they only spent about $6 million. That's it. And it was good. It was really good. So this demo showed that it was really good in a lot of things. It wasn't very far behind. And I think there was also something that actually outperformed even ChatGPT. So this got a lot of investors scared. Because if China is able to do this and not do it with the latest NVIDIA chips, which have now been banned from China, they're able to do this with so little versus the Western companies that have spent so much. What does this mean, right? This is why NASDAQ and tech is selling off, specifically the AI companies. But, when Wall Street sells off, they just sell off everything. Everything's going down in the U.S. market right now. So that's what's driving the dump today, in case you're wondering. Okay. But again, Bitcoin resilient 101 coming right back up. So yeah, and then you guys know that, Trump just came out with this huge thing with OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank, and how they're going to invest $500 billion into AI and creating AI jobs and infrastructure and all that stuff, right? But there is a little bit of FUD from Elon himself. So now there's rumors that Elon and Trump are butting heads, and supposedly Elon can't talk to Trump himself now. Like he has to go through his chief of staff or something like that. And it's mostly because of this, because Elon really hates Sam Altman of OpenAI and openly questioned this announcement and said that they don't have $500 billion. Elon was really questioning it and hated this, mostly because, again, OpenAI and his hate for Sam Altman. So that might tear up this relationship of theirs. But anyways, so that's the whole story. And we'll see how it develops later today. Maybe Wall Street realizes, okay, this is not a moment where we should be panic selling. Maybe we have overdone it and we need to buy back, especially Bitcoin, because Bitcoin really has nothing to do with what's going on here. The overall market, the crypto market, you could argue like AI projects or AI coins, right? But why would you sell off Bitcoin? No reason to be selling off Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the best asset that we have, the most secure asset that we have, the most decentralized asset we have, and the best hedge against inflation. Selling off Bitcoin as if it was a tech stock or a risk-on asset is a mistake, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to buy it back at a higher price later on. But right now, there's no doubt there is a big correlation between tech and Bitcoin. If you look at the white line and the purple line, NASDAQ and Bitcoin's price, you can see how at times they're very correlated. There are times where it's very not correlated, but right now it's like almost a 1-to-1 ratio, right? But again, that's Wall Street's mistake. Wall Street is, again, treating Bitcoin right now as if it's a tech stock, and it's not. And it's ridiculous to think. It's really ridiculous to think so. So, I made this point. If you look at ETFs, right? Wall Street tends to get scared, very reactionary. They tend to sell off, just like retail investors sometimes. And you could see early January, when we did have a slight dip, we had massive sell-offs from Wall Street. And guess what happened? All the days afterwards, massive inflows, including Friday, which we had a 570 million inflow. But all this was just Wall Street buying back what they sold, because they panic sold, they panic dumped everything, and then they FOMO'd back. We had $1 billion inflow day, last week. We had an 800 million, and Friday was 500 million. So today, we probably will see a little bit of outflow, but again, anyone that sells right now is going to end up buying back at a higher price. That's just the bottom line. It is not one of those times where you're like, okay, I got to get out because China has invented DeepSeek. This is not it. Everything I've been saying about what's coming this year, right? All the initiatives that Trump took last week did not go away. This year is going to be absolutely fantastic.